by now you've done a little bit of animated art and you're getting familiar with Toonscope and making your own musical motifs. And so in this module, we're going to combine both of those things with by creating our own sprites, so our own characters, and associating them each with a musical motif that further characterizes them and kind of gives them personality. So we have three different sprites over here, three different characters, Pinky, Flipper, and Blue. And so we're going to make them move and we're going to animate them. And at the same time, we're going to make like kind of a short story and associate three different musical motifs with each of them. So the first thing we're going to do is that we have a procedure called position characters. So position characters will allow us to set kind of like their starting positions for their animation. And so we just tell the sprites to go to a certain point on the stage. So when you click it, now they're in position, so they're kind of starting the little animation or skit that we have for them. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out, okay, well, what do we want each of the characters to do? And perhaps what motif we want to associate with each of the characters. And if they're going to they could also say something as well. And so I have them kind of, each of them has their own voice too, in addition to their motif. So you'll see that in just a second. So, for example, when I run Flipper's script, which is the purple guy here, we can just tell it to run a procedure. And so if we look inside the procedure, we see that we're setting an instrument for the sprite. So I used a marimba. And then at the same time, we'll launch a play motif procedure. And so I chose Over the Rainbow as the first couple notes of Over the Rainbow as Flipper's motif. And then we also created another procedure called Flipper Walk. And so that tells Flipper how far to walk, and Flipper will walk towards Blue when we run the script. I also have a separate sound file being played. That's Flipper's dialogue. So Flipper will say, "Will you like to dance?" For 2 seconds. And so you'll see a little speech bubble pop up. So when we run this script,
would you like to dance?
So that's the first part of the animation. And then you'll have two or however many associated, two more procedures associated with the sprites, or however many, right, that you choose. So I tell Blue to run Blue's script, and so Blue will play their motif, and their hat will move up and down, and then Pinky will play their motif at the very end, and her bow will kind of move along with her body. So when we put all of them together, we'll get the first part of our animation.
Would you like to dance?
Why, of course.
I want to dance too.
So there is one more thing that we have to do, and now we have to animate all of them together because they all want to dance. So we created another procedure called Characters Dance, and we're going to put a wait block in here just to kind of give it all the characters a little bit of time right before they all start to dance. So in Characters Dance, I have some dance music, so we're playing a sound called dance music. And then we have a procedure set up for each one of them so they all dance together. So the procedure is exactly the same. They'll just rock back and forth. So when we put it all together,
Would you like to dance?
why, of course.
I want to dance too.
Here's the dance. Awesome. So this is just one example. I'm sure many examples that will come about when we kind of take it one step further and combine both art and music, as well as the idea of animation and using musical motifs to bring character to our creations.